Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television, and this is our Nelson County Business Roundtable with updates from the various businesses throughout Nelson County and how they are dealing currently with this COVID-19 situation. And we have our co-host for this roundtable is Lisa Thomas, who is the interim director for the Bardstown Nelson County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Lisa, for helping coordinate this.
Well, thank you for inviting us to be a part of this. And I think that this is a great example of our community and how we have great partnerships here in Bardstown and Nelson County. And so I just wanted to thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And as you can see, we have several different businesses on the screen. We're going to get an opportunity to hear from each of them and give us updates on hours, if anything's different, protocol, how people can contact you, all these different situations, because a lot of different businesses are dealing with the current situation in different ways. So we'll just jump in and start kind of rotating through the different businesses as they join us. How's that sound, Lisa?
Sounds great. Thanks.
Okay, fantastic. And we have with us the Nelson County Community Clinic. We have Margaret from the Nelson County Community Clinic with us. Margaret, can you tell us what's going on with the Nelson County Community Clinic?
Gary and Lisa, thank you for inviting us to do this. The clinic, we are open on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays by appointment only, by phone. We are tonight going to have our first medical clinic. Dr. Sendler's going to be here. It starts at 5 o'clock. And we will be meeting the patients at the car. We will have our PPE, personal protective equipment on. We will be doing temperatures before they come in the door. We're in office from 9 to 5 on Mondays and Tuesdays, 9 to 2 on Wednesdays. But as I say, everything is by appointment only. We have, our biggest hurdle right now is our dental. Our dental clinic has been closed since the beginning of this, but we're getting ready to start opening that again next Wednesday on the 27th. So we have put all the procedures in place to be able to take care of our patients, and hopefully we can do that fairly soon. We have a big backlog and looking forward to getting back to a new normal.
Absolutely. So your clients need to contact you to set up an appointment in order to schedule for any of these services at present, right?
That's correct, yes. As of right now, yes. We have some applications are online at nelsoncomclinic.org, or they can call us at 502-349-5990.
Okay, great. And that's when they do come to visit, do they need to have all their masks and stuff, or are you providing them as they get there?
Well, if they do the application beforehand, they will have that. They will have their list on the application. Okay. But yes, it's always good to bring your medications with you. Bring your proof of income, which is your last year's income tax, or your updated Social Security award letter, and a picture ID. And we provide services for low-income, working, or medically disabled residents of Nelson County who fit within the poverty guidelines. And we provide basic medical, dental, vision, prescription assistance, and Medicare benefits counseling.
And with the current situation, have the clients who are eligible, has that broadened with more people being eligible for your services at present?
We haven't noticed that as of right now, but that's because we've been basically closed. But now that the things are starting to open back up, I'm sure we're going to have we've got to work through the backlog, plus we'll have extra, I'm assuming, newer people that will come in that will be needing the services. So we were able to receive some extra COVID-19 funding through Delta Dental and also Tri-County United Way. So that, that can help us with the backlog and potentially new patients. So we welcome anyone.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you for that update. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Margaret.
And I guess this is our Bardstown Nelson County Chamber of Commerce roundtable with an update from various businesses throughout Nelson County. We're partnering with the Bardstown Nelson County Chamber of Commerce to do this. And Lisa, would you like to we're rotating through some of the different businesses who are with us. Can you pick another business to hear from?
Absolutely. Well, we've tried to be a platform to get information out and be a reliable source for information. And so I've been happy to work with Kim Houston, and I know she's worked with the city. So I'm going to call on Greg Ashworth to give us an update, because I know they've been doing some great things there.
Thank you, Lisa. So the city of Bardstown will be opening our city hall again to customers on Tuesday, the 26th. We still encourage our customers to use our other method of payments instead of coming into the lobby. If they, we encourage them to use our drop box or our online or our drive-through. Complimentary masks. Masks will not be required, but requested. And if our customers need a mask, one will be provided for them. If you come into City Hall as a contractor, you will be required to wear a mask, and our employees will be required to wear a mask with any face-to-face meetings. The police department lobby will also be open, but the police department offices and the fire department offices will still be closed to the public. Our parks and recreations, the parks and walking trails are still open, but the facilities like the pool or the gyms, they're still going to be closed to the public until further notice. And those are all in compliance with the governor's Healthy at Work requirements.
Great. Thank you very much. And can they visit the website to get some more information on the various different times that people are open there with City of Bardstown?
Yes. Well, it's 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday here at City Hall.
Great. And what is that website for people to visit?
www.cityofbardstown.org.
Great. Thank you very much. We appreciate the update.
I have a quick question for the city of Bardstown. People still needing masks. Is that still available? And they can find the information on the website, and that's for businesses.
That's correct. So businesses, we still have plenty of masks available for any business that need them. There's a limit of 1,000. You can buy 1,000. They're 50 cents a piece. You can visit the website, www.cityofbardstown.org for more information. Or you can just call here at City Hall, 502-348-5947, and talk to a CSR about purchasing those masks. Once you purchase them, once you place your order, Nelson County EMS will deliver them to you along with a case of hand sanitizer you get with those masks as well.
Great. Thank you very much. Finding great.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We have Francis Smith with Smith & Associates with us as well. And Francis, if you could give us an update there on what's going on with Smith & Associates. And if you could unmute your screen on there, that'd be great.
I think you're still muted.
You're still muted there.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Okay. We opened up last Monday with half of the staff. We rotate back and forth. We're trying to keep all of the regulations that the mayor told us to do. And we asked everybody to wear a mask that comes into our office. If they don't have one, we have some, thanks to the city, to offer them. We have plexiglass on each desk so that to keep from the virus hitting each other. We have a station at each door with hand sanitizers on it. And we have a drop box now put in the door for people to be able to do a lot of the communications through the door so they don't have to come in. But we are able to do business most of the time either from our home or in the office. It doesn't seem like it has been too much of a problem for anybody that needs to take care of their insurance. They could call us on our cell phone. We're always available, and we appreciate all of the business.
So do people need to make an appointment, or are you taking drop-ins as well?
Well, we would rather have people make an appointment, but it's not required.
And what's the phone number for people to call?
It's 502-348-1134.
Great. Thank you very much. We appreciate the update.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. And we also have with us some of the other businesses out here that were going on. Do you have another business for us, Lisa?
Well, I see that we have some of our financial institutions on here. And
Okay. I think you were muted there for a minute, Lisa.
I was muted.
Yes, so
I pressed unmute and I think it muted me back.
that's all right.
Apologize, but no, I was saying I see some financial institutions that have joined us, and I know that they have been extremely busy. And so I'm going to first call on Frank Wilson with Wilson O'Meara Bank.
Unmute.
There you go.
We are going to open up the 26th, kind of show some solidarity toward the retail community, because I think that's when most of the restrictions are off, the other businesses. So we want to be there with them and be open. We are kind of what Greg said about the city hall protocol. We're going to follow the same guidelines. We will have masks available, but we're not going to require masks to be worn. We do have the germ shields or sneeze guards at all the teller and CSR and loan officer stations. Going to encourage appointments, and it's hopefully business as usual.
Great. And are the hours the same as usual?
Ours will be the same, yes. Yeah. We might tweak the Saturday access. Maybe one or two of the branch banks we may just have drive-through only. We're still kind of working through the staffing challenges. And in some of the other communities too. We have 10 branches total, so they're all a little bit different.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate the update. Thank you very much. Has you've been just operating through drive-through as of at present? Is that correct?
Drive-through, we've been taking appointments for loans and new accounts, and actually been, believe it or not, extremely busy. Of course, the Paycheck Protection Program, I'm sure, I know Town and Country and Lincoln National, both like us, have just been kind of overwhelmed with that. But glad to be able to help, because I think a lot of the businesses have been extremely grateful, and it's been a huge learning curve for everybody, because they're literally creating this program as it goes. I think the old saying that has been applied here is we're being asked to build the airplane as we fly it. And it's we're still trying to figure it out. There's a lot of work left to do and a lot of guidance yet on the forgiveness piece. And it's still really up in the air. And it's going to be a challenge, but we'll work together with our clients. We'll work together with the accountants of the community. They've been a big help, and they're going to be really called on in a big way to help, because the loan forgiveness piece, the application is 11 pages long. So it's going to be a lot of work for everybody, but it'll be worth it. I mean, it can result in somebody's loan, 100% of their loan proceeds being forgiven. So it'll be worth the effort for sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
But other services have been extremely in demand, new accounts. We've gotten a lot of commercial business out of the PPP program. A lot more people are going to online banking that weren't before. And I think that's going to be part of what they call the new normal. People have gotten used to doing things a little bit differently, and I think they've enjoyed the convenience. So I think that's going to be a permanent new way of doing business.
Fantastic. Great. Thank you very much. We appreciate the update. Thank you. All right. I see Josh Conder on here as well. Josh, if you want to share some information on your business with us as well, you could unmute and share your information with us.
All right. My name is Josh Conder, and I'm with the Apparel and Awards Factory. And we are planning on reopening our retail area tomorrow. the 20th and resuming our normal business hours of 10 to 5:30. We've put in the precautions for healthy at work, and we're not asking anybody to wear a mask, but if we're asking people to do whatever they feel comfortable for them as they enter our store. We'll have the hand sanitizer and all that stuff out there. So we're just asking people if they're still comfortable doing the curbside pickup that we've been doing, they can still utilize that. But we are planning to try to get back to some sense of normalcy starting tomorrow with our normal retail hours.
Fantastic. And has the curbside worked out well so far for you?
Yes, we actually partnered, I believe, starting the 1st of May here with the Bardstown Chamber, Bardstown Main Street, and Bardstown Tourism. And they're actually currently running a fundraiser right now, selling some apparel to go towards those businesses. And during this whole COVID-19 time, fundraising has been our biggest way our business has survived, helping others out through this, through selling apparel for different causes. So the curbside has been tremendous with us. We're looking forward to actually seeing some customers back in store, but curbside for us has definitely been a positive for our business.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you for that update. And again, as I said, we're working with the Bardstown Nelson County Chamber of Commerce for this business roundtable, but there are also several other organizations throughout Bardstown as well that we work with, and one of them is Bardstown Main Street, which was referenced there. We do have Randy Mauser on here as well. And Randy, could you give us an update on how this is impacting some of the businesses downtown, or do you have some updates from them for us as well?
We do. As you all know, of course, a lot of our businesses downtown will be opening tomorrow, so we're really excited about it. We need to let people know to keep in mind that there will be certain restrictions, and of course, every business is going to adhere to their own requirements. So hopefully all of them will be listed on each individual business's door, whether they require a mask, they recommend a mask, they may have them available, they may not. They should all have hand sanitizer. And some of them are only limiting to certain like numbers of people into their store. Of course, we still have the only 10 gatherings that can go in at a time. But we do have some stores that are smaller that are only requiring like 2 to 3 people in at one time. So, you know, just be patient with them. They should have that listed on their door if that is a requirement. And then, of course, on Friday, I'm pretty sure that all of our restaurants will be open downtown. And again, some of those are only doing restrictions for lunch and only doing restrictions for dinner. And then a lot of them are just letting people sit outside, and then some have the 33 capacity that can come inside. So as long as everyone is mindful and, you know, follows each individual business's rules, this should run pretty smooth for us.
Fantastic. Now, also with the events and group gatherings, the street concert is supposed to be in July. What's the status on some of these events that you?
Well, our street concert was supposed to have been June the 20th, and we just now reached out to all of our bands, so they should know by now, but we did have to end up canceling our street concert for this year. We were going to try to move it to possibly late August, but we don't know if the restriction ban will be lifted for 50 or more, which I think is what it's supposed to be in July. We don't really feel like that it's going to happen to where we can have 5,000 people, which is normally what the street concert has. We don't think that was going to be possible. So we went on and made the decision to cancel the street concert for this year, which just means next year is going to be bigger and better. So that'll hopefully be in the goods for us. And then we did go on and cancel the farm to table event as well that runs in July. Same purpose, basically. The next big one that comes up that we're still hanging on by a thread, and we're really hoping that we get to have it because it is the largest fundraiser for our program, is the Arts and Crafts Festival, which is October 10th and 11th. So fingers crossed that, you know, we will still get to have that by then.
Great. Oh, we'll look forward to an update and hope that
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you.
Randy mentioned that the signs for businesses asking if you want mask required or it's just recommended. And so I did send out an email to all of our membership with a mask that Kim Houston did up for us that they can print out. And if they did not get it or if they need me to resend it, the chamber can also provide that.
Yeah. And they can also be picked up when they get their masks from the city.
Great.
And then a big thank you to Josh for partnering with us on our t-shirts. I actually have one on. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. This is the Bardstown Strong t-shirt campaign that we have running with myself, tourism, and the chamber. So thank you so much, Josh, for helping us with that. It's really been a great success so far. So we're excited.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, we've heard some different retail and stuff as well. Another area that's affected are gyms. And we have someone here with CrossFit. Could you tell us a little bit about how this is impacting you and when you might be able to open as well? If you could unmute on there for us, and then we could.
Hi, I'm Craig Davis with CrossFit Cast Strength. We were only open for 5 weeks before we got shut down due to COVID. So what we've done in the interim is we've been holding group classes via Zoom through the computer here. And also we post workouts every single day, and we let people track through our Facebook and through our website and our app that we have. We plan on opening June 1st. That's when the governor has mandated that gyms and fitness centers can reopen. So we are going ahead with that, planning on a June 1st opening. When we do, I sent a letter. I sent a letter to the governor that when he asked for businesses to submit their stuff to reopen. So I did, and in that we are going to let the athletes self-screen themselves before they come in. We'll be asking the 3 questions that is supposed to be required for to reopen, that healthy reopening. And then coaches are going to be screened every 24 hours. All of our classes are group classes. We don't have open gym. All of our classes are very structured. We plan on having everything taped off so everybody has a 6-foot space, 6 foot wide and 6 foot long space, and assigned lanes throughout the whole thing. And they'll have to RSVP prior to at least 2 hours prior to coming to class. They're going to have to RSVP so that we know how many are coming, and then we'll have to turn away those that haven't RSVP'd or just want to show up. We're not going to be allowed to do that. As we do that, we also have had Centos come in, and they've installed a disinfecting station. We will be disinfecting equipment before and after each class. We'll be disinfecting, mopping every single day, and we'll be fogging with a disinfectant fogger every day throughout the gym there. And like I said, assign lanes and then disinfect before and after each use. We're not requiring anybody, because of the nature of what CrossFit is, it's actually more dangerous for us to require somebody to wear a mask during our classes than it is to not wear a mask. So we're not going to require it, but we're not going to mandate that they can't wear a mask if they don't want to. CrossFit is 100% scalable to the individual, so we'll scale the workout to them if that's what they want. We are also going to continue our Zoom classes online for those people that are not comfortable with coming in yet. They'll be going live right along with the class as well on Zoom. That's our basic. And we'll be staggering classes as well, so people won't be coming in and out at the same time. But I know it's kind of extensive, but as a gym, there's a lot of people that are afraid of, the close proximity and sweat and everything like that with regards to a gym. But because we can control everything inside that gym, we feel pretty confident in our being able to reopen.
Fantastic. And what's the phone number if people want to contact you?
Our phone number is 502-751-3171. And you can go on our website at www.crossfitcaststrength.com, and it'll have the most up-to-date information on our reopening in there. And also it'll have all of our times. We're still working to iron out the exact times we're going to be doing our classes throughout the day. But all that information will be posted on there as far as, that way they can get their information.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that information with us. Very good information. Lisa, we have some more businesses who have joined us. Do you have another business that we could hear from?
And I also see that we have, we've talked to some retail and some gyms and some financial institutions, but we also have NPR of America with us. And so if they would like to give an update, we would love to hear what's going on with them.
Hi, my name is Edwina Baker. Of course, we're a tier 2 supplier of piston rings to places such as Toyota, Ford, Nissan, etc. And of course, you guys pretty much already know that they've all been shut down, right? So that's really been our biggest struggle here. We were down for a couple of weeks, back up for a couple of weeks, and it looks like we're gonna go back down again next week. As far as when we brought everybody back, we all worked really, really hard trying to make everything as safe as possible. We had, at the time we came back, almost 200 employees across 3 shifts. And it's definitely been a challenge, but we've split breaks and lunches up. We've got temperature checks going on at the beginning of each shift. We've added extra cleaning and sanitizing, just like I'm sure everybody else has, right? We are supplying masks. Luckily, our Japanese counterparts were able to send quite a few of those over, so we're able to supply those. I don't know how long that supply is going to last, so it's good to hear that other places have some masks that perhaps we might be able to leverage later. Of course, we've done all the taping off, the 6-foot distancing, limiting like the break room congestion. Like I said, we're alternating the breaks and lunches and different things like that, but we've also limited each table to 1 person. Some people aren't necessarily caring for that, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. The time clocks, we quit having people actually clock in using their hands on the time clock, so we've actually been doing that manually. And then, of course, allowing an extra 10 minutes at the end of every shift for each individual to sanitize their own machines, their buttons, and all that kind of stuff. You know, overall, I think the morale of everybody is still okay. It's still pretty decent. But with the news of shutting down next week, I get the feeling that maybe by the end of this week, that morale might be a little bit lower. But anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to speak. Thank you. It's good to hear from other companies and listening to what they're doing as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing with us. That was some great information. I appreciate it. We have some folks with Thoroughbred Asset Management as well here with us. And if you want to share some information for us, for our viewers.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? So, fortunately, we were accustomed to this type of business before all the shutdown happened. So we were familiar with the Zoom meetings, and we do digital signatures through DocuSign. So we're very comfortable with doing that. If we have clients or prospects that want to conduct a business that way, we can do that. We can also have you in the office, and Toby will tell you about how we go about doing that.
So we got an 8-foot table here that we're sitting on. What we'll do is we'll kind of clean the whole office up pretty good. We've got our handy dandy, I don't know if you guys have seen this before, Germex. And then we've got some disinfectant wipes, and we kind of clean off the whole table, the whole area. We allow the clients to come in first, sit on the far end of the table. We get on the other end, and we also have a nice little monitor up here that we can cast to. So it's a no-touch, low-touch situation there. So if you feel comfortable coming in, you're more than welcome. 99% of our meetings, well, during the shutdown, were DocuSign and Zoom meetings, but we are well equipped to meet folks here. And again, if they're comfortable with a mask on, we have our masks. If they don't feel comfortable with the mask, that's fine too. They can come in, and like I said, we'll kind of stay 6 feet away for sure. But yeah, so it's business as usual. We're in the business of helping folks, and we can help them during times such as these or any other time. So,
great. And tell us contact information for people with your business.
It's 866-566-0460 is our office number. You can also look us up online, thoroughbredassetmanagement.com, and we'll have all of our contact information there.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us for this.
We actually have a 3 o'clock meeting, so we're probably going to have to ease out. So that just worked out perfectly.
Great. We're glad we got your update. Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And that's why we're here. This is a business roundtable with the businesses throughout Nelson County to share how they're being impacted, what's being changed, or if there is anything being changed with them. But something also we have Social media, that's a big part of every business, but particularly now with what's going on with people being home. And Elizabeth Wimpsit is with us, who is specializing in that, I believe. Could you tell us a little about that for us, Elizabeth?
Yes, so my name is Elizabeth Wimpsit, and I own the Social Boutique Marketing Agency here in Bardstown, Kentucky. I do a lot of social media marketing and digital marketing for a lot of clients here in Nelson County. I've been open for business as normal, doing Zoom meetings, phone calls, just connecting virtually with all of my clients. And I do have some updates for my clients as well, if that's cool to share.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So Skin Deep Rejuvenation Center is a med spa here in Bardstown, Kentucky, and they are currently open for injectables, laser hair removal, B12 and lipoline injections. And you can go to their Facebook page, Skin Deep Rejuvenation Center, to schedule an appointment with Chantel right now. They will be reopening next Monday for facials, eyelash extensions, brows, and any of the other services that you might be interested in. Wild Time Herbal Apothecary is now open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and they are located on the second block of Bardstown Main Street. They're also booking herbal consultations right now, so you can still, excuse me, book those now because she's considered a medical office. And you can check out their Facebook page to schedule an appointment, or you can give them a call at 502-331-6061. Shirley Clean Cleaning Company, she is doing all kinds of businesses right now. She is killing it, specializing in disinfecting any sort of machinery that the companies might have and the stores that are about to reopen. She's got a fogger, so she's going in and fogging the businesses, and she's also accepting residential fogging if anyone was interested in having their home fogged too. So that's cool. And you can give her a call at 502-203-8039 if you'd like to schedule a cleaning for your business or your home. The Bounce House is Bardstown's indoor party rental facility, and they will be reopening on June 15th. And they're going to have that limit of under 50 people per party. So it pretty much only holds 50 people anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not too much different from normal. You will have to wear a mask when you arrive, and she will be taking your temperature. And then if you don't have a temperature, then the kids can remove their mask, because that's kind of like CrossFit had said, that's a safety concern for the kids to keep the mask on while they're playing. They do have some limitations from the CDC as far as food goes. Normally you would be able to bring in any sort of food that you wanted, but the CDC's kind of put a stop to that. So she's asked that the only food that you bring in is cupcakes if possible. Also, all drinks must have the child's name on them and have a lid. So if you want to book a party with her, she starts booking on June 15th, and her number is 502-348-3967. And you can also look on her Facebook page, and she has a list of all the restrictions and everything that she has to follow once she reopens. Area One Realty is still open and ready for your business. They're ready to list. They're ready to sell. They've been doing virtual bookings online where you can literally sit from your couch and list your house for sale. So that's pretty cool. And they're selling in under 24 hours still. So that business is still booming. If you want to list, you can just message them on Facebook. It's that simple now. And Amy Osborne Mattingly, hairstylist at MB Salon, is accepting appointments for once she reopens on the 25th. And you can text her at 502-507-2369. And that's all my updates for today.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing. That was some great information. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we also want to hear from Lisa Nowaski, who is with Anytime Fitness. How are you opening up on June 1st as well? Lisa, let me, there you go.
There we go. Yeah. My name's Lisa. I'm the owner with Anytime Fitness, and we are planning to reopen on June 1st. We've had a lot of opportunity the last 2.5 months to go through the gym and reconfigure our facility. You know, traditional gyms, lots of equipment is close together. And the blessing of our facility with our functional space being nice and open, we've been able to space out the treadmills and those, traditional cardio pieces of equipment to allow members to have more distancing. We are going to do basically a gridded system on the floor to allow members to see that social 6-foot distancing limit, which I think that's a good idea, because sometimes the 6 foot to one person isn't the same as 6 foot to another. And I know we're all going to start getting used to that, but it will be very visual. As a gym and owners of those gyms, we've been very clean always. And we've always used hospital grade, so to speak, cleaners, fit wipes for the members in the gym. We have upgraded to adding additional hand sanitizing stations. We've already had them. We're just adding more so that they're very prevalent. We'll have one outside the door that they can use before they enter the gym, and then inside when they get finished, they can do it again before they leave. So that is the biggest priority for us, is to make sure that it's socially distanced. And the other thing too that we are considering, we have not done this officially yet, but we are considering, since our membership base is slightly older, we do have a lot of silver sneakers in our gym. We have a lot of at-risk population in our gym. We are considering doing 9 to noon as a possible at-risk population. So if those that may not feel comfortable in a situation where we will be wearing face masks as staff, but maybe some of the other members aren't going to feel comfortable with the safety of you running on a treadmill and the increased oxygen consumption. If that time frame, let's say from 9 to noon, for instance, would be for that at-risk population, we're going to ask that members do wear a face mask and be much more diligent at that time, if that makes sense. We have to make sure that all of our members know that we want them to be there to be healthy, and the last thing we want to do is have an unsafe environment for anyone that wants to come in there. Lastly, make sure that we can do all signups, any kind of paperwork, any kind of back and forth that we normally do, which is a face-to-face situation. We've changed all the processes so that now it will be either online or through, virtual signatures. And as well as changing billing information or canceling or signing someone up, it will all be done virtually, as opposed to that good old-fashioned pen and paper that we have to get away from. So if the governor, this is another thing that's interesting, if the governor does require us to do by appointment, which we haven't had the stipulations yet given to us, we do have an app that will allow us to accommodate any type of capacity restrictions or appointment needed. So if we have to do that, we already have the app developed. We already have it at our disposal. It is on our Anytime Fitness app and our workout app. So members will not have to stand outside and wait for a time. They can pre-schedule their workouts if that's going to be a requirement. So we're hoping to hear from Governor Beshear soon on gym requirements for that. So yes, we're open, we're ready. June 1st, can't get here soon enough.
Absolutely. And can people give a call, or your website has some more information for them?
Yes, absolutely. Our website is anytimefitness.com, and then you'll search by the zip code, and it will pull the Bardstown local page up. We are posting constantly on our Facebook page as well, doing live updates, virtual workouts, those types of things. But as always, we're in and out of that gym all the time. If you just want to shoot us a quick email, it's bardstownky@anytimefitness.com. We'll be sure to get back with you. It comes right to my phone. I can answer immediately.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing. We look forward to being open on June 1st.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. I think we have Chris Hoven with us as well. Chris, if you could share your information with us too.
Thanks, Gary. I'm Chris Hovan. I'm the Executive Director at St. Vincent de Paul Outreach Ministries. So there are 3 components to what we're doing. We, of course, have the mission store, which is how we generate a lot of the funding for the Bread for Life Community Food Pantry in Bardstown. And we do emergency rent and utility assistance out of the front of the store building. Now, the store is opening to the public on Thursday at 8:30 in the morning. We've apparently generated quite a bit of buzz on Facebook when we announced that one. Masks are required in the store, and you have to bring your own mask. We have hand sanitizer, we have gloves. There's a lot of rules around touching things for retail establishments. So we want to make sure that we keep things as clean as we possibly can. So the store will be open its regular hours. The food pantry, of course, never did close. In fact, we opened a new one in New Haven a couple weeks ago and have seen a great response there. So we're happy that during this period when folks have lost their jobs, that we've had these resources available to them. The front desk, the utility and rent assistance, that also never closed. We have changed it to appointment only. We put a mail slot in the front door in case you can't take pictures with your phone. And we do make an appointment so that we are dedicated to talking to you about your particular situation at a certain time, so that we can get from the front of the issue to the back of the issue and a resolution while we're talking to you on the phone. At the store, we're going to limit to 12 people, 12 shoppers initially when we open. We can have more, but we want to make sure that everything we've put in place is going to work and work well. So before we have a whole bunch of people out there, we put 4 lines on the sidewalk outside the store. If we have more than that, come on up to the door. I'm going to take your name and phone number. You can go back to your car. It's probably going to be raining anyway, so you'll be happy not to be standing outside. And then we'll call you when it's your turn to come on in. Other than that, we're just going to see how it goes on Thursday.
They also had a private ribbon cutting for their new pantry, and so we did let them have the big scissors, and we gave them some ribbon to cut. And so the chamber is allowing that, even though we can't all gather together. We still want to celebrate moments with our community, and so if a new business is opening or they would like to celebrate in that way, we are taking the steps to sanitize those scissors for reuse and provide enough ribbon that they can cut a ribbon and send us a picture, and we'll help get that out to the community.
And Lisa, I want you to know those scissors were big enough for that 6 feet away haircut. So I think that Mayor Cecil sent a picture of foolishness to Governor Andy to let him know we were in compliance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that information. Some great information for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Robert, I believe we have not heard from yet. Robert.
Lincoln National, yeah.
Yes. Do you have some information to share with us?
Hello.
Hello.
Gary and Lisa, thank you guys for hosting this. I've really actually enjoyed listening to everyone else and what they're doing to get back to as far as reopening. Here at Lincoln National Bank, of course, we were considered, like all the other financial institutions, essential. So we never actually had to close our doors or our business, but we did, like other local financial institutions, restrict our lobby access to appointment only, and have been working regular business hours with drive-through only. I can echo a lot of what Frank said earlier as far as customers adapting and using other sources like our internet banking. Our ATM usage has went up. We've actually had customers that have never had debit cards that have got those now, that are taking advantage and using those as well. So like Frank, we've been extremely busy here at the bank. We've been working with customers on the PPP loans. As Frank mentioned, a lot of the small businesses here in town were able to take advantage of that. As he mentioned as well, a lot of work went into that. A lot of work still to go as far as because guidelines are coming down daily, if not hourly, as far as how some of that's going to be handled. As far as unrestricting some of our lobby access, we haven't come up with an actual date on that yet. We're still working on some of that. As that information comes out, of course, it'll be posted on our website. on our Facebook page. We're probably looking to do that very shortly. Some decisions being made as far as masks being required, recommended, leaning toward masks being required to come into the lobby. We're still encouraging people to use some of those other methods for now, especially our drive-through, to come in and conduct business. We'll have to come up with some plans as far as some things like masks are concerned. Being a financial institution and having people walk into your lobby with a mask on, it could be a security issue. So we're looking to make a decision on when we do that, if we're going to have somebody posted at the door in order to check IDs or those type things. Because unfortunately, even though we're in some trying times, it is an ideal time for people to take advantage of that, and a good opportunity for fraud as well. So we take a lot of pride in knowing our customers and being able to identify them. But of course, if they have a mask on, it that might be difficult. So we're trying to work through and get some answers for that as well. Of course, we've been following the healthy at work guidelines put down by the state. When we do reopen, of course, we'll have the sneeze guards at every workstation as well. Hand sanitizer at all the doors, and looking forward to eventually seeing some of our customers come back in. So.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you for that update. And the hours are the same at present?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that update with us.
Thank you guys again.
Thank you. Again, this has been a business update, a roundtable with the businesses throughout Nelson County for Channel 6 Television, partnering with the Bardstown Nelson County Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate your help in organizing this, Lisa.
Well, you're very welcome. I think that this is a great opportunity and platform for our members to get together and be able to get those updates out. It's hard to maneuver in this world to know who's doing what and who's open when, and so this is a great platform for that. And the Chamber has really needed to focus on providing those resources and partnering with our community partners. And so we're excited to see some businesses up and running, but we also know that this is just as hard of a process getting things back and up and running than it was shutting it down. Maybe even harder, because we all have to establish a new normal and things won't always look the same. And so I really appreciate giving our membership this opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And thank you all for taking part. Again, this has been a business update with Nelson County businesses here on Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television. Thank you.